I found a really interesting thing in here that I was talking about earlier on with my chat, but there's a spell that got pretty mega buffed. I was going to get you all's takes on. Armor of Agathys. So, different? Yes, this spell got crazy buffed. So much so that I think that this is... I already thought that Armor of Agathys was going to... that Armor of Agathys originally needed a rework. I don't think that this spell should cast any higher... should be able to be cast any higher than 5th level. And I'll kind of go into why. So, yeah, power word for it. Yeah, there's a lot of shit going on with this one right now that is scary. Absolutely scary. Armor of Agathys, level 1 abjuration. Only the Warlock is supposed to be able to pick this one up, but other people can. Casting time is a bonus action. Range of self. Components, verbal, somatic, and material. Duration is 1 hour. Protective magical frost surrounds you. You gain 5 temporary hit points. If a creature hits you with a melee attack roll before the spell ends, the creature takes 5 cold damage. The spell ends early if you have no temporary hit points. Using a higher level spell slot, the temporary hit points and the cold damage both increase by 5 for each spell level above first. So this has been buffed, like, to a point where I think that this spell is probably Warlock mainstay if you're going with a frontliner in any capacity. If you go with Goliath, or you dip into Abjuration Wizard or Clockwork Soul Sorcerer, this spell, I think, can potentially bust some shit.
What's different about it?
Yeah, it looks the same.
So I've highlighted the things that changed. So blue, this used to require your action, for 1. For 2, this spell used to end if the temporary hit points you have from Armor of Agathys are deplete to 0. Or if you don't have those temporary hit points anymore. Now what this one does, you can chain this with other sources of temporary hit points.
Oh, that's stupid, but awesome. Like stupid in a good way.
This gets fucking rough whenever you look at Twilight Domain Cleric. If you upcast this...
Artificer, the little pet constantly pumping out the temp hit points and shit.
Oh, Kibbles is saying, it's pretty busted at lower levels with Fiendish Vigor or Dark One's Give without any multi-classing. Since Fiendish Vigor now gives you 12 temporary hit points as an action, which at level 2 is a lot. So you can just cast that every turn while you have a Armor of Agathys up. Dude, I think that this is fucking secretly busted. And not only that, but think about this. When you upcast it, like, if you're using a 9th level spell slot, 45 cold damage doesn't really sound like a whole lot. It does if something is attacking you multiple times per turn and taking upwards of 135 cold damage, and you didn't do anything other than have this spell up for that to happen. It's not secretly busted, it's just busted. Yeah. I really think that this spell is damn near a must pick for Warlock now.
I feel like they meant to have this like the same way as before, and they forgot to add the bit about the temporary hit points having to be from Armor of Agathys, because this doesn't seem right.
It's not easier either. There's no way. It's not easier to track. It's just like, because originally if it was just shut off with Armor of Agathys and you lost those temporary hit points, okay. I don't think the streamlining version of this is the way to go. You want to know my fix to it is, like, originally with Armor of Agathys, just cap it at 5th level. 25 damage, the 25 hit points, the temporary hit points or whatever. And this spell needs to end early if you get temporary hit points
source, right?
Any other source.
Yeah.
This is always coming with a condition, right? Of like, they have to be making the melee attack against you. Now it's a melee attack roll, but like, guys, a lot of shit just does melee attack roll. There's a whole big joke about the whole monster manual just being 2 claws and a bite attack. You know, like, dude, you might as well, that could be a rhythm of just fucking how 5e monsters go. It's not like this is uncommon. This is extremely, extremely good. Don't dip, just get a feat to get it. I don't know if you can, because I don't know that you can go pick up Warlock spells anymore with it.
Remember, they're reinforcing the fact that you can still take 2014 options in a 2024 game.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
That was in a video. They specifically said it. It should be expected at the table that you can still backwards compatible at all.
Yeah.
All of it.
You learn 2 cantrips of your choice from the cleric, druid, or wizard spell list. Okay, and then you get a first level spell from the same list you selected from this feat. You can't get Armor of Agathys by choosing Magic Initiate. Interesting. So that is nerfed. Good. It needed a nerf, by the way. 9th level Armor of Agathys, 45 plus Wild Shape. Dude, yeah, the Wild Shape.
Insect more broken than Armor of Agathys. Kibbles just said things like Giant Insect are probably more broken.
The form you change determines this. Okay, so action 60 feet, concentration to 10 minutes.
Look at that.
Ranged
it's
attack.
Web bolt attack.
Okay, 1d10 plus 3 plus the spell's level bludgeoning damage, and the target speed is reduced to 0 until the start of the insect's next turn. Okay, that's very good. That's extremely fucking good. Reducing its speed to 0 is incredibly hard to deal with. Reason being, a lot of creatures have immunity to certain status conditions. They don't have immunity to having their fucking speed reduced. No save. Oh, fuck. That's so the dragon is stuck in place. No size limit.
And of course, as soon as your speed is 0, you plummet out of the sky if you're a flyer. That's going to be fun.
Is there anything that in immunity to immobilization or anything like that would nothing at all?
This needs to say something like creatures that are immune to being restrained or grappled, or it needs to have something else that says they are immune to this effect as well. Like if they, you know what I mean? Like they need another way of overcoming that. Yeah, the fact that you can't overcome this with legendary resistance.
And it doesn't say it has to apply the damage for it to be effective either, right?
No. Yeah, so it doesn't even have to deal the bludgeoning damage.
So maybe the ghost, maybe you're not hurting it, but you still stopped it with webs somehow?
Damn.
The only thing that holds it back is its range being only 60.
Yeah, but even still, man, that like most battle mats, that's just, you don't give a damn.
True.
You got to have that like goddamn Jesse Jerdak giant room for minis and shit for that to really be a problem. Yeah, Did you guys see the treant that Jesse made for that stream?
No way.
Dude, he made like a 4-foot tall treant for a fucking like huge epic battle for a stream.
Oh, that's awesome.
Was it the Himbo one?
No. No, so it was something he made for like a initiative.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's like a 4-foot tall treant that has like smoke and like, faux flame and like mushroom platforms and all this other shit. Dude, it looks sick. It looks fucking super cool. What's the CR of that giant insect? Oh, it doesn't matter. No, that's the thing is like you're not you as a player character are making this thing. That's the problem. It doesn't have a CR. Its CR is level 4 spell.
Go through all the spells that are problems and stay up way too late. Yeah, I mean, Chris or Tria Monk already did a video of at least some of them. Dude,
I've been hearing True Strike is just the de facto pickup.
Yes,
True Strike not dog shit.
Dude, True Strike is way too good now.
It's broken in the other direction.
Yeah, it's way too good. So I'll kind of go through some things. Yeah, fine traps, yeah.
But that's a time-honored tradition. It has to be dog shit.
It has to be bad, and it's so good. It's so good here. True Strike is a divinate. Number one, okay, I like so much about what this wanted to do. This should have been a different cantrip. This should have been a different cantrip, and we could have had some restrictions on this. So True Strike is a divination cantrip, casting time of an action, range of self, components are somatic and material. The material weapon thing is a weapon with which you have proficiency, and that is worth at least 1 copper point. Duration is instantaneous. Guided by a flash of magical light, you make 1 attack with the weapon used as the spell's casting. The attack uses your spellcasting ability for the attack and damage rolls instead of using strength or dexterity. If the attack deals damage, it can be radiant damage or the weapon's normal damage type, your choice. When you deal radiant damage or the weapon's normal damage type, the attack deals extra radiant damage when you reach levels 5, 11, and 17. This is a source of magical damage that you are getting at first level, and most martials are having to wait until 7th level and above. It's very good. Like, very, very good. Yeah, it's just flatly better than all other cantrips. since your spellcasting modifier to the damage by default, you don't do that with cantrips normally. That as well. You're getting
Marshall wants to pick this up, like all of them.
Most everybody else, if you don't have this, you just can't hit ghosts. You can't hit a lot of shit in the game until like you get later level features, like tier 2 features. This right here is like, oh, okay, here you go. Let's just get you right up there. Because you don't care about the fact that it doesn't deal the additional damage on each subsequent attack. Because the casting time, it's going to restrict it to one attack, right? Mm-hmm. But it's still going to deal extra damage as you keep leveling up because it's a cantrip. It's so good. It's
pretty relevant, yeah.
It's so good.
This on a rogue where you're only hitting once anyways?
Yeah.
Someone's saying Bladesinger, too, is the, what's it called? The Wizard Bladesinger still a thing? I imagine it probably wouldn't be.
Bladesinger is...
Skag, right?
Yeah, Bladesinger is not in here from what I'm aware. Valor Bards have the Bladesinger attack now. Oh, good. They needed it.
Oh, do they?
Dude, Valor Bard might be fucking really good now. That was what I was...
They also have access to the spell, don't they? The Bard's one of the ones that get...
As do Eldritch Knight.
This is one of the biggest problems with a simulationist approach.
Hello.
You need to figure out every possible interaction, every possible...
Thank you, Sable Phoenix. Hey, what's going on, Trek? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
Okay, we had a text...
woke up and started working and saw your stream.
Yeah.
We had a text-to-speech pop up whenever you first logged in, but yeah, man. So, what's going on?
Okay, so my Discord found a pretty funny thing. If you want to scroll or like flip the pages to either the monk or the shocking grass cantrip, either of them works because they got the same change and for the same reason, I think. So if you look to the open hand monk, you know they have a feature where if they hit you in 5e, it's you lose your reaction, and in this version they changed it to you can't take opportunity attacks, and there's a very good reason for that, which is that if you've seen the green dragon stat block that has been like going around the internet, they changed boss monsters so that they don't really have legendary actions anymore. Instead, they have multiple reactions per turn. But here's the problem with that: they have a thing. Right, the whole approach to backwards compatibility they have said is you can play a 2014 character in the same party as a 2024 character. So you can still use Shocking Grass or an open hand monk and use those abilities to basically have a boss monster's damage output without a save.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
This is why the backwards compatibility thing was such a travesty.
Yep.
Oh no.
Okay.
Why? Someone said, why change legendary actions? Like, legendary resistance was the thing that sucked. I was okay with legendary actions.
Yeah, and they made legendary resistances even better, by the way.
No.
So like Trek is I guess I don't know if Qed and Crowe, if you guys are familiar with Trek. So Trek is I met Trek because we worked on a project called Home Field Advantage together, and Trek's whole thing was like making Lair actions really, really cool. And they, correct me if I'm wrong, Trek, they got rid of them?
We don't know for sure because we only saw one page, and it's possible that they've put it on the other page. But here's the thing, right? On that stat block, they also had that if the dragon is in its lair, it gets one more legendary resistance. Cool, interesting. And then one more reaction. So I don't think they're going to give it lair actions on top of that.
Oh, that's a shame. No. Yeah, they were cool though. Like, man, I love how layer actions kind of interact, man. It's such a something feels more like a boss when that happens, you know?
Yeah, it was flavorful.
Oh, absolutely.
Also, by having it baked into the sheet like that, like you kind of leave it open to the players to be able to discover what those layer actions could potentially be. Like if it's on there, I don't know. I think that'd be interesting.
Is this
Conjure minor elemental is so busted that Reddit figured out a 200 plus damage high level with Scorching Ray combined. What? I mean,
you conjure.
Reddit's gonna figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't tell me. We want to see what's going on with this. So, you conjure spirits from the elemental planes that flit around you in a 15-foot emanation for the duration. Until the spell ends, any attack you make deals an extra 2d8 damage when you hit a creature in the emanation. The attack or the damage is acid, cold, fire, or lightning, your choice when you make the attack. In addition, the ground in the emanation is difficult terrain for your enemies. The damage increases by 2d8 for each slot level above 4. So, okay, so Scorching Ray is dealing like what, 4 different bolts of that?
I think, well, unless they changed it, was 3 by default before. I don't know what it's like now.
I mean, you're still right. 3 fiery rays, 2d6 fire damage. Okay, so second level evocation. You can create an additional ray, right? That's how that thing works. So that's really good over here.
And what level were they saying it?
The extra damage increases by 2d8 each slot level. Oh, fuck me.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Wait. All right, hypothetical situation then. Let's just take it where a logical conclusion would be. Say you do it at 7th level, right? What would that be? What's the bonus at? You cast minor elementals at level 7.
Dude, but that's okay. So level 4, 5. So 5 is 48. 6 is 68. 7 is 8d8. Right? 8, but that's each attack.
Each attack, and Scorching Ray keeps scaling too.
But remember, so that's concentration. There's your concentration, and then so that's your 7th level spell, right?
Okay. Let's say cast this next one. Say maybe it's 7th, or let's be generous and say 6th. Like let's say that's your only 7th level spell slot. Let's say let's not get too crazy.
It's not. No, it's not just 8d8 per ray. It's 2d6 plus 8d8 per ray.
Yeah.
And you got 3 of those rays. So 2d8 plus 60. Oh, okay, dude, guys.
3 of those rays at first. When you overcast, don't you get more rays?
Oh, you do. Yeah.
Yeah, you do. So you can cast that each additional ray for each slot above 2nd level. If you cast this at 5th level, right? Let's just say 5th level.
Yeah.
That's 6
Wait a
rays?
second. Sorcerer, can the sorcerer have a meta magic that allows them to cast as a bonus action?
I want to say no.
Because they changed something, right?
Oh my god.
Meta magic options later in this class.
Meta magics. Yeah, there was a lot changed with that now.
Yeah, right here. When you cast a spell that has a casting time of an action, you can spend 2 sorcery points to change the casting time to a bonus action for this casting. You can't modify the spell, a spell this way if you've already cast a level 1+ spell on the current turn, nor can you cast a level 1+ spell on this turn after modifying a spell this way. Okay.
Okay, so you can't do both at one, but still, like, the one's concentration. Like, you gotta charge up for a second, but then, like, it lasts 10 minutes, and then you can keep Scorching Ray after Scorching Ray.
That is true.
But it works that way with the 2014 meta magic.
Oh, no.
Oh, wait a second.
Mix and matching backwards compatibility bullshit again.
Action Eldritch Blast as well. Yeah.
Oh,
wait a second. That's a good point, actually. Eldritch Blast. Even if you had like 1 point in Warlock just to be able to get it, it scales off your total level for the amount you throw, right? So in this hypothetical, we would have about 2 or 3 Eldritch Blasts in addition to that. So you could quicken spell, do, what was it? How many was it? Like 6
Scorching Ray. I mean, Scorching Ray, you could probably get it up to like 5
Someone
really
just
reasonably.
Mentioned getting it with Valor Bard or with EB and Action Surge.
God. Well, no. Action Surge. Well, shit. If you go with the 2014 Action Surge, you can cast with that extra action.
Yeah.
So, guys.
I don't know if you can use a new spell with an old character.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if they set
It'd
it
be
up
the
like
same
that.
turn in the old book, if I remember right.
Pretty sure you do have to pick one
there's a
lane or
limit.
the other.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't cast 2 spells in the same turn that are leveled spells in 2014.
But
with Action Surge, you can.
Well, yeah, 2014 you can. Yeah, 2014 you can with Action Surge. So anything that was reprinted like Action Surge, you cannot use in the 2014 version. Okay. Dude, I think them trying to aim for backwards compatibility has caused more confusion than if they had just said, this is a new edition.